So at this point, we need to make a function for choosing the seat. So let's give ourselves a little bit of room there in our choose seat function. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to check this again. And I think what I will do is I will just take this code right up here on line 25, cut it and paste it into my choose seat function, so that makes life a little bit easier, because I really want to monitor this. Now, what I want to do is, interestingly enough, say if the seat that we've selected is, say, it has a class of blue, then we're going to do some stuff. Else, if it's not blue, we're going to set it to red, because it'll be taken at that point. And what we need to do is think about and set up our conditions. And at the very end of our choose seat, what we're going to do is give the user some feedback on the seat chosen. So we've got our bare bones structure here. We're going to take a look and see what this is. We're going to say if the class is blue, when we click, remember we made an event listener for clicking, then we're going to do something else. We're going to make it red. So let's look at this. We'll say this dot class name is equal, we're looking for equivalency, so use two equal signs. Now if equals to seat blue, if we're looking for class name equals to seat blue, we're just kind of toggling this. Then we're going to say this dot class name is equal to, we're assigning it seat red. Interesting. So this equivalency in here with two equal signs says that when this click event up here on line 33 happens, we're going to look and say, okay, is it blue? If it's blue, we're going to make it red. Else, if it is red, we're going to make it blue. So we'll say this dot class name is equal to seat blue. And honestly, that's really all we need to do. We're just toggling this depending on what the initial condition is. The interesting thing is, what is this now that we're in this click event? And events will change the owner of this to the item that was clicked, the target that was clicked. So it should be kind of interesting to watch. And we're going to give some feedback by saying document dot get element by ID. We'll just say seat picked. Oops. We'll say the inner HTML is equal to you picked seat. We're going to concatenate, so I'm using the plus. We're concatenating this text onto this dot inner HTML. Interesting. The inner HTML we've set to be a seat number, and we're just pulling the inner HTML from this, which is the target of our event. Remember, events this will be the target, this keyword will reflect the target of the event. And we're using the click event, we're handling it down here, so this keyword should reflect the target of the event. So let's go see what's going on. Maybe it'll make a little bit more sense when we see it. So let's go over to Firefox, hit refresh. Wow, no errors. We've got our seat numbers. We've got everything working like we expect it to. And if I click on something, It is reflecting down here the seat that I clicked. That's the document get element by ID. And I can click again and it turns off. Fascinating. So this is pretty cool. This gives you some options. It's a fairly common thing to do, a fairly sophisticated thing to do for such a short amount of code, but it's behaviors that can make your web apps much more meaningful. What you'll be doing is taking a list of albums and basically doing the same thing in like a record store, except switching out the colored version of the album covers for the grayscale ones. And you can read up on that. If you've got any questions, you can send me an email or give me a call.